I'd ever have to cast. I don't even know where people will go.
It's Destiny Wire here in this match.
Okay,
Neil de Guzman.
Okay, it's a typical lineup. Okay, great. It's the typical lineup. Pakira in the jungle, Nathan gold lane. Because, you know, you could argue that Nathan could go jungle, Pakira gold lane. There's a lot of things to flex on the side of BREN Esports, but they go for the fundamental things. And Echo, they did put Yaoi on that Akai.
Oh, he's back on his own hero. BREN Esports up against Echo in the first game. Who gets a higher advantage early game this time?
Yeah, that is a big question.
Move
Vote
up.
it now. And right now, Carl TZ obviously going to be able to lean towards that the tank damage here.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that they can kind of abuse on BREN Esports. Their crowd control is single target.
Yeah, that's one big problem.
Yeah, that is huge. Owen only has one AoE stun or knock-up, and that's not enough for most scenarios. So they're going to have to, if they want to win, BREN has to play around that.
Just want to highlight Sanford, you know, duking it out against Baptiste, even committing the Petrify to be able to win the 1v1 matchup up against the Roth, which puts Sanford on a better pedestal, because right now what he can do is just clear the wave and not care about the Roth at all.
See? Comment down your Smart Power predictions right on the chat. You might win something out of this game, because how are we analyzing this? Is something different. Someone's being trapped in 4.
Look at that. It's basically what I said. You take out that single target crowd control, and where's the team fight from BREN? It's non-existent right now.
Yeah, there's no skirmish potential coming out from the boys in yellow, but right now Echo, they're doing what they did yesterday, relentless early game aggression, even trying to invade behind the XP lane of Flapteezy, and right now they have full control of the turtle. It's just a matter of Kyle Teezy being able to secure the retribution. Sanford is in the front lines. This is the bump to Pakito, by the way.
Oh.
That's what you're talking about there, that damage output, but Carl TZ does not care that much as long as Yaoi can actually zone out well. And that's going to be BREN left hanging there after that turtle.
Are you freaking serious? Carl TZ was so confident, he didn't even use the retribution that turtle fight. He retrieved the green camp.
Oh my gosh, you're
See?
right.
He was like, okay, I got turtle, I'll retri you, just so, you know, people can see that retribution is on cooldown.
Yeah. It could be actually a bait. And Carl TC became that calculated. BREN Esports Dynasty, long active in MPL history, 10th season now. This team has been existing for so long.
Yeah.
Creating players out of potential.
And there you go. Flapteezy might be in trouble here. Sanford
He's
playing
evading
around with fire.
He's alive.
They're going to be able to survive there for a bit. Kyle TZ is here for the backup, but I don't think Flapteezy actually needs it. They're going to be able to make it out live, but don't forget, Echo is still getting some of that gold plating.
I mean, Sanford started that play on the right foot, but he messed up the eye for an eye. But it's okay for BREN Esports because Flapteezy will be able to live.
Oh, a little bit of a trade here, possibly on top side. Owen just flexing off some of that tankiness. And able to kind of just chill. And chilling is actually what Super Marco wants right now. As long as they don't become explosive in that top side, that's what the Nathan wants.
I kind of looking...
Benny? Benny?
What is he doing?
Top lane?
Top lane, Benny Cutie!
Oh, it's a 1-for-1. I love it. And it feels like that's just Benny just flexing that I can kill you under your tower. Maybe that's a little bit of a mental warfare happening right
With
there.
a Lunox.
With a Lunox.
See? So the difference right now of Echo is totally changing from one match to another. Yaoi being trapped.
Oh man, Fuse in trouble here. Gets blown to bits after the rough waves. Yaoi, a bit of a blunder there. Actually will be able to lock down Ogwen in the end. And that's Echo for 2.
You harped on this rock hard. Echo has so much crowd control versus the only AoE crowd control of BREN Esports on Ogwen. And you see the stark difference. Echo just kept on engaging against BREN Esports, and they have nothing against that. And you saw the combo from Carl TZ earlier alongside with Sanji. You get in, you get the taunt. Sanji goes in, doesn't even need to use a Petrify, and he gets that kill onto Few.
Everything is so calculated in the whole ecosystem play. BREN Esports lacking out the crowd control. Could they be relying on Ogwen most of the moment, but they have more damage that we can either imagine into mid to late game. But top tower is the action part.
Echo is trying to go in for a play. They're able to take out Super Marco in the end, and one guy down is all they need. That's a 2K goal lead already for Echo here, and taking out one of the most important damage dealers from BREN, which is, of course, that name.
Man, again, this is the confidence we were talking about earlier during the first part of our panel discussion. You know, this is just Echo playing BREN.
This is painful to watch. Look at that. Just no answer at all from BREN Esports.
This is just constant outplays from the Orcas, and BREN Esports have no answer. Carl TZ!
Carl
Bism strike!
They are just flexing. They are balling right now. Look at that. Sanji is the follow-up here. Blew up Kyle TZ to smithereens.
Burst damage to magic damage. How do you exchange trades? 1-0, and Echo just keeps on going, and there goes the gold. 3K advancing.
My goodness. These movements coming out from Echo is just fantastic. And BREN Esports, they try their best to address the pressure being dealt by Echo. But again, the mechanics alone is a huge problem. You also have to worry about the burst damage coming out from either Sanji or Carl TZ whenever it has full stacks on the crystallized energy.
Yeah, I love that we're dwelling out here on most Echo's plan on CC setups. Team fights, the Orcas can get really strong. But BREN Esports right now, they can rely on pickoff, they can rely on peel. What's the open window for them to properly strike? Because as of now, they still don't have that objectives onto their hands, specifically this turtle.
Yeah, honestly, OSX, I'm not seeing it right now because the easiest kill they can probably get is with the Lunox. Everyone else is just so slippery, man.
Yeah, the answer is, the question is, when will they strike? Because the longer this as it gets, Echo just keeps on getting these objectives for themselves for free.
Yeah, this is the third easy turtle Carl TZ has in this game.
Yeah.
No contest.
I mean, you ask, okay, there you go.
There it
Carl
is.
TZ, it has to be the Paquito, and it has to be on the gold lane. But there's already an answer back from
My God.
Echo. Again, just constant pressure from this team. And BREN Esports, you pray to God that Kyle TZ gets pumped up with his timing on the Paquito. But right now, Echo!
Marco, Super
Sanford,
Marco!
he's playing around with fire here. He's going to be able to trade off his life at least. It's a 1-for-1 on that bottom side, but that was a lot.
Went a little deep there for
Way
Sanford.
too deep.
But he gets Super Marco gets one. That was a trade of 1-to-1. But the items right now is completely showing that Echo is quite building the damage, the control, and also defensive items against BREN Esports. Possible mid-game mayhem.
Yeah. But the thing is, even though you're scaling up with BREN Esports, although this is the biggest power spike they will get with the Paquito in the mid-game, he will get stronger. But on the other hand, you also have Benny Cutie ramping up on the Lunox, which would net kills for Echo whenever they decide to go for a potential clash.
Whoa, they're wrapping around.
Echo is not done. They're going at it right away, even under the turret. Yaoi just pushing off Flap TZ all the way to his home. And right now, it's still ongoing. Look at that. Even though they are kind of low on HP, the crowd control is not going to be present, which means BREN might have the opening here. Small one here. Appraiser's Wrath not going to be able to take out Flap TZ, but Benecutie is here to maybe pick up someone if they don't back off. Looks like for now, BREN will play it safe.
Speaking of playing it safe, BREN Esports still holding dear to this first-tier tower that they don't want to open for the jungle camp of Carl TZ to take, because there's a lot of ways that they can actually fight back. But now, if they keep on waiting, how will they answer with damage? Flap TZ spots one.
Ooh. Oh, there it is. Look at that. I think that's exactly what they should do. Just go ahead and try to kill Sanji. We know it's a very difficult hero to kill, that Kadita, but you have to try, right, at this point.
Yeah, but the Lord, though, Echo, Carl TZ, he has his eyes set on the objectives, while the other players on the side of Echo just confuses BREN. Whatever they want to do, we are here in front of you, while Carl TZ secures the first major objective of this game.
Yeah, straight. 9 minutes straight.
No contest.
No contest. Talk about map coverage. Talk about pickoffs. BREN is on the mercy of peel and pickoff. But the response on how Echo is seeing this in the macro scale, nobody left behind. up against Bren? Is the items enough for them to handle Echo's damage, CC, whatever you call it?
I mean, yes, BREN Esports could scale, but look at the items going on the side of Echo. Carl TZ already has the Radiant armor completed up against Super Marco. So the Nathan is already negated towards the scaling. And one thing is for certain, I think Fredvin will be able to get his hands on the Athena shield just to be able to make sure that he sustains also the Fettered Air Strike coming out from Few.
And there goes the Tier 1 turret of BREN Esports opening the camp.
It's a huge
Kyle
diff,
TZ.
man.
Yeah.
At this point, Benicudi has the Holy Crystal locked in, so watch out for a big play for sure that's going to come out. I'm pretty sure he's just going to fly straight to the faces of BREN the moment he sees an opening.
Yeah. The Benedidi.
The Benny Didi.
Correct.
Or
Correct.
the Benny Cutie.
Oh, still works.
Yeah, it works. Look at Echo. We got a 5-man rotate here. They could try to go for a pickoff, but BREN right now playing under that tower. Sanji on the side looking for a huge breath of the ocean. Will get knocked up and taken out. That's a shutdown by Flap TZ and a setup by Ogwen. But look at that. Echo, they're still fighting even though they look like they are in a disadvantage. They still come out with a 1-for-1.
The man with the patience, Benny Cutie, didn't even commit any
moving.
skill.
He's not showing off, and he will get
Oh,
picked
no.
off here. Oh my goodness, that's a kill by Super Marco.
A misplacement right there for the Storm. Benny Cutie was patiently waiting for a good time to strike, but that was Bren seeing opportunity to fight back.
Yeah, maybe a little too patient that moment.
I mean, Echo, they had a fantastic start on that team fight. Sanford landed a beautiful, like the final blow into Petrify on BREN Esports. The damage wasn't enough, however, because Benny Cutie was waiting for the perfect timing to go in with the flicker play. But BREN Esports, there you go. We see the confidence. They went straight up into the face of Echo, and they knew that they had the team fight up their bags, and they found Benny Cutie on the bush.
Oh, this is dangerous. They need to have good placements if they want to go up against BREN Esports, because heading to late game, they're really buying time to get these items in. What they did there on how Ogun managed to spot one, the burst artillery damage of Few could get deadly if they wait for that long to happen, because they could actually think of an ambush play from the back line, but who could actually do that for Echo?
Imagine being able to play this long without like losing a major inhibitor. That's pretty big for BREN.
Yeah.
Losing every objective except for your inhib.
I mean, for BREN Esports, there is still that fighting chance that they have against Echo if they, if they look for the proper target. But one thing is for certain, Benny Cutie on that Lunox will be a major threat on the backline access. You were talking about 0-6.
Yeah, speaking of access, nobody's getting near this Lord. Carl TZ is covering this by himself. And while that's happening, Xiaowi waiting on the bush. But Flap TZ and Sanford being trapped in two.
Yeah, looks like BREN is happy to take that trade on the bot side, so getting at least some gold on their side. Yeah. It will be a bit of a difficult defense, but don't forget, Few is on the Farsa, so there's going to be a lot of clear here.
It is a 12-minute Lord, however, but there is a Farsa indeed, and also a Nathan on their side. And also, Oakwin can set up for a potential flicker play if Echo decides to go for the push. But again, the problem is still the same. If Carl TZ stands on the front line, it's hard to find the Lunox on the back line. You need to be able to gather information for the side of BREN Esports to be able to land beautiful spells and get the right target on the side of Echo.
Oh, I love that you mentioned Vision, but how will they get it?
That was beautiful. Super Marco was the first target. Yaoi had no hesitation whatsoever. And there goes the Lord. There goes the charge. It's not going to though. Oh my goodness, look at Few. He evaporated to the belly. The Benny QT.
That's it.
That should be it, right?
Echo's calling it.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult.
Getting tower locked in.
And there it is, Benny Cutie with one last darkening. Kyle TZ, one more minion to clear. Will they be able to hold? He takes out Sanji.
It's not over. It's not over yet. Carl TZ is holding the line.
Energy eruption there. Carl TZ playing around here with fire near the turret. Ogwen just melts to the damage. Marco! He's going in for the save. He's got some good damage. Kyle TZ, he smells blood. Low HP Yaoi. Let's go for it. And that is going to be the rest of Echo just bleeding from that retreat.
Kyle TZ saving the day here for BREN Esports. Wiping out the minion wave, pushing it back, and taking one on the side of Echo, delaying the push and right now they're fighting
Oh boy.
with 3 people on the side of Echo.
Who
Yeah.
is the target right now for BREN Esports? They captured Super Marco on the first attempt to clear the last turret in BREN Esports base. Right now, this is the late game damage that we're talking about. They have no setup, but they can counter punish.
Yeah, I mean, most people would expect that the game would over, but BREN knows that there's no tower damage leader on the side of Echo. That's why they're able to defend that way. They knew that if they can hold out the minion wave, they will be able to get another chance and shot at Echo. Looking at the lineup of Echo right now, the only reliable damage dealer when it comes to tower damage is Sanford. And even himself, he cannot get close to that range, because if he does, he has used up a lot of spells, a lot of dashes, and you are at the mercy of Ogwen, Few, Kyle TZ, and Super Marco. There's a lot of controls that can, mess up with the dashes of, of Sanford.
Yeah.
That's the trade-off that you get if you go for a Lunox gold lane, right?
That's BREN Esports completely have a switch from 1 to 5. If somebody attempts to step on the line, they just currently burst out 1 or even 3. But that's the problem. They can do either split push, as you've mentioned, Midnight, because their tower destruction as of this time is getting really strong.
Yeah, for BREN Esports, they need one fight, and for Echo, they need to be able to survive BREN Esports.
There's
Look
a
at
call.
this. Finally, BREN Esports are able to get near an objective without Echo just wailing on them. This is actually pretty big, considering that they are now a bit of ahead in terms of control near the bushes.
Yeah, just from 5K goal lead of Echo a few minutes ago, it turned to 2.6. That's comeback slowly being in the hands of the Hive. BREN Esports seeing windows of opportunity, and this could be a Lord dance. This could be a Lord fight. One major push can break down Echo's momentum here.
Echo already used up their concealed play. Yaoi is out in the open here. He locks down Ogwen. There's no chance for them to go for the CC, and that means that Call TZ will take out that Lord quite easy, but the fight is still ongoing here. Lots of damage being dished out by that Nate. This is the reason why it's a really, really strong pick right now. Call TZ already using the Appraiser's Rat. Damage might be quite low. Medicu is also in danger here. He uses Brilliance to get out. He gets a kill.
What is happening?
But I think he could be
BREN!
Medicu going down.
BREN space is open! BREN space is open!
Look at your base! Oh my goodness, Ogwen! He's working on it! I don't think it's enough!
Sanford!
Oh!
It happened again!
No!
Ladies
like
and
this.
gentlemen!
No!
They're back in the Philippines and it happened again!
Oh man, Echo are able to eke out the win despite a team fight loss in that last clash. Beautifully done by the Orcas as usual.
My God.